The Oculus is $349, the Vive is $500, that's $151 more than the Oculus Rift. But they seemingly do the exact same thing. They have two screens, the big warpy glass, 100-degree GPU. But well, says the YouTube comment, the Vive lets you jump around your room like an asshole. The Oculus, you have to stand there like a little pansy. No matter how annoying this commenter is, he's not entirely wrong. One of the main differences between the Vive and the Oculus is room scale, the ability to actually walk around in a large space. Since at the release the Oculus only came with one camera, it's most commonly referred to as a seated or standing VR experience, where you can't even turn around or look behind you properly. Despite this, over the past couple of years, Oculus have actually been putting in a lot of work to give the Rift something like room scale. I even found this bold bloke on YouTube who managed to pull it off.
So it's pretty much accepted knowledge now in VR circles and subreddits that Oculus is no good for very large room scale. And for that, you'll really need to get a Vive. Oculus has released a number of updates every month, pretty much, improving upon room scale tracking. And they have finally released the experimental tag from their room scale tracking setup.
Easy as that, right? No trouble at all. All he's had to do is put his computer in his ceiling. I don't know why he did that, but he did it. But once everything's plugged in, it's still not that easy to get running.
So this is incredibly frustrating. It keeps playing the little USB disconnected, connected sound. They're now both reporting USB 3 poor tracking quality. So I have changed literally nothing from 2 minutes ago. And now when I try to detect the sensors again, it doesn't say error. If you see anyone on the internet saying, I've only got 2 sensors, I can do my whole room just fine, they probably live in a shoebox.
Even once you do get everything working, it seems that no matter how much Oculus tries to patch this, the tracking is just not there.
It's stuck there. Nope, doesn't want to go there.
So it seems that for this, the Vive definitely has tracking down, especially for large rooms. Well, says the YouTube comment, the Vive screen is still better. Actually, both screens are the exact same resolution. Wait, what? Oh well, fuck. Both screens are 2160 by 1200 with the same screens, same refresh rate, and even the same FOV. So, what does the Vive have over the Oculus? The Vive has Bluetooth, a camera, 2 improved sensors, gyro sensors, accelerometer, subjectively better dashboard. If it's subjective, why'd I put it in the fucking... All these things essentially amount to the same point as before. The Vive tracks better and removes the... So, for 956 more Fijian dollars, we only got some easy room scale and better tracking. And a little camera on the front. Okay, well that camera is pretty sweet though. You're like Predator, but in your own room. The Oculus, widely considered to be comfier. It's 85 pounds lighter and comes with built-in headphones. But the Oculus doesn't come with controllers in the box, so you can end up spending around $90 getting the controllers anyway. But you could also get the deluxe head strap, which removes the headphone problem. Alright, this is getting a little hectic. Let's take it back. Alright, hypothetically, if I went out and I bought a brand new Vive and a brand new Oculus, and I tried to use all of this guff to make 2 nearly inseparable HMDs, what would I get? Alright, that was a lot of research, but I actually found out something surprisingly interesting. All you actually need to fix the problems that the Vive has that the Oculus doesn't is, well, you need new lenses. That's the only thing I can't fix. But the headphones you can get for just $90, or you can just throw some headphones on your heads. But if you really like the fact that they're attached to the HMD, then these are $99. But then, on the Oculus's side, it's a lot cheaper, but the minute that you try and start making things function like the Vive, so you have to get a Rift with 2 controllers, so you get the bundle to save a bit of money, that's $400. And then you don't need 1 sensor, you need 2 sensors to be able to do room scale. So now you're spending $69 on each. But of course, the thing doesn't actually come with USB 3s that are that long, and you don't actually no one owns a USB 3 that's long. So you have to go out and get yourself some extension cables. But that doesn't work, because for some reason, Oculus says if you want 3 sensors, you gotta have the 3rd one over USB 2. So now you gotta get a USB 2 extension lead. No one fucking owns USB 2 anymore! You have to go out and buy a USB 2 extension! This comes out to about $553. So it seems that for the Vive, you actually really do get what you pay for, even if that does come with the additional cost. That just seems to be how room scale is at the moment, that has actual near perfect VR tracking that actually comes with controllers. So, from what I can tell, the Vive and the Oculus aren't two completely different things to pick between. You shouldn't see it as Vive versus Oculus, you should see it as a pick and mix of VR. First, start with your base headset. This is like your bag at the pick and mix. So, you gotta think about what do you want. Do you want lots of resolution? Do you want really good tracking? Remember, even if you do get the Oculus bag, you can kind of improve tracking later, but it's a bit of a bitch and it will never be as good as the Vive. So once you have your bag, you're basically free to roam. The differences from this point on are so minimal. Lots of Vive games have been ported to the Oculus, and the Vive can play pretty much anything the Oculus can using Revive. And if it's your preference, you can go wireless with either headset. You can get foot tracking or a tennis racket. Neither of these headsets are better than the other. They're not competing. They are two VR headsets in virtual harmony. Alright, enough of that. You get the point. Don't fight about the Vive or Oculus. They're the same fucking thing. If you're entry level to VR, pick yourself up an Oculus and you can upgrade later. If you're already going straight balls deep into the virtual world, pick yourself up a Vive. It doesn't really matter either way. Neither one is objectively better than the other. People on forums need to grow the fuck up. Bye.